All right, let me see. I'm just waiting for my friend to join so I can request her. Hey guys, hold on. Finally, make it a quickie. I don't know. We can make this one a quickie. We'll try. Can you hear
I'm
me?
here.
All right.
Yeah. What's up, world? We done figured this thing out.
We got a couple fellas.
Yeah.
We got a couple of fellas. Let's go ahead and jump
I'm
right in.
excited. Hi, fellas. I'm excited. I'm
All right.
excited about today. He said
So
I'm
you
at
said,
work making a quickie. Oh, we don't do quickies. We don't know how to do them. You
let's go
got to
ahead.
keep dipping in and out then. Try to figure that out. Just saying.
It's a sex joke.
It's a section. I know. That's why I said we don't do quickies. I caught on to that. You know, I'm a perv. Well, you don't know, but now you know. I'm a perv. So definitely caught on to that joke really quick.
Hi, Landon. Hey, Landon.
So
What we talking
hey,
about today?
Landon.
What we talking about today?
Yes. Yes. Um, so what we're talking about today, fellas, I was trying to wait and see who was all gonna come. Trying to wait, but at least I can get you guys like into the topic. If you didn't see already, because we definitely tried to like harass y'all. But if you didn't see it already, we want to know like what do you guys want from a woman? I mean like a grown woman, not your girl, not your fun thing, but from a grown woman. Like we want to like legit know what do men look for in a woman? Like what makes the difference between someone that you're just dating and someone that you actually want to settle down with? Like we definitely want to know.
Right.
For several different reasons. There's been women that have, inquired that same thing, like wanted to know. And then I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, I can't speak for you, Audrey, but I want to know definitely what a man wants from a woman. I do have one thing that I will read out that one guy did tell me that he wanted me to say. Of course, I'm gonna keep like you can always inbox us if you don't want us to like call your name out or whatever, and we'll just read whatever comment you want us to read. So there is one that I'll read
All right.
in a second. Yep. So I mean, fellas, you can definitely write at any time. Sneak on your lunch break. Go to the bathroom. That's what I do. Like, yeah, let me go to the bathroom. I'll be up in there.
So let's repeat the
Um,
question for the new person that just joined the group. I'm pretty sure he can definitely
right.
chime in
Hey.
on this.
Yes, so we want to know what a man, like, what do men want from women, from their woman? Like, what makes the difference between just their girl and someone they actually want to settle down with? What are the things that they absolutely have to have, and what are your deal breakers? Are you hooked up now?
Yeah.
Let me see real quick. Y'all gonna hear my kids who know not to even be in here, so they about to get up out of here ASAP. Bye. Let me use this real quick. Bye.
Call me when you're done.
I will. Bye. Sorry, y'all.
And when I call me, I'll be right
Luckily,
back.
we ain't having one of those conversations.
I'm getting
Yeah,
the
a little bit.
Yes.
Get out the thing.
Out.
Tia said, come in.
I know. The other room. Go.
No Rice Krispie treats.
Go.
Are you done?
Not CC. Go. Seriously.
Yeah. Mommy said.
I'm gonna go ahead and read that comment that we got from the other. This time. Oh, what are you doing? Sorry, y'all. Oh my God.
E said,
And it's kids a deal breaker because I got 4 of them and they bad as hell.
so we got a comment. Just underscore E said timing is really the only thing. The person generally is who we with, and then we get the feeling of settling down. So it's timing.
Read it one more time.
He says timing is really the only thing. The person generally is who we with, and then we get the feeling of settling down. So you know that she's.
So it's more so time. So it's not really for you. It's not. Let me know if my music is too loud. But so for you, it's not any actual qualities. It's all about strictly timing. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, she better kill me. Okay, so just_E, when you got married, how did you know your wife was the one? Like, what did she bring to the table that you knew I could marry her? I want to raise a family with her. Here, go. Back up. Move. What happens when you have kids? Bye. Bye. If you don't get out of my life, I'm gonna hurt you. Look at this bitch. Gotta go to work.
What did you say? I missed it.
Move.
I'm sorry.
I asked him after I beat on my kid. Hold on.
Look, we all got kids problems. But yeah, like y'all know, usually y'all don't even gotta hear mine, but mine just felt a little bucking today. It's all right.
I just asked him when he got married, what made him want to marry his wife? Like, how did he know that was the one?
Oh, he's married.
To the table. Oh, just_E. What did she bring to the table that was like, you know, I can raise a family with her?
Yeah, that's something that we definitely want to know. I think if I can, before I share my experience or what I'm going through or whatever you want to call it, for me, honestly, I think as women, I think we get so caught up in what we want for ourselves. Like, we want someone that can like tend to our every emotion, and we try to make our attributes the same that we're looking for in a man. And we gotta definitely understand that there's two, whatever your belief is, as far as an upper belief, if you have an upper belief, you still have a man and a woman. We were made to be different. One is like a yin and a yang. One is supposed to make up for what the other one lacks. We're nurturers by the way that we're made. Like, we're just nurturers, and we can't expect the man to be the same type of nurturer. Does that make sense? Am I explaining that?
Because women are generally nurturing. I mean, we have kids, for Christ's sake. It's just an idea.
Right, like we're like, oh my God, I want him to think about me every second. And that's because we think about you guys every second. So we've now like put that pressure on you guys to be like us, and that you're not supposed to be. So, I mean, that's just my opinion on that portion of it. To be honest with you, like, I've never even thought about like what a man could possibly want in me or see in me. I'm just, in my mind, I'm just like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I gotta be like, they gotta be crazy if they ain't hooking up with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just kind of was like, because I know what quality I bring to the table, but I don't know where that lies with a man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like, I think that also like plays a lot into who we end up dating, because like, for me, I pay attention to all emotions. So I'll be the one that like sense like some type of mood change. And so I'm there to like fix it. Like, I'm like the fixer. Like, I want to make sure everyone that I love and I care about, make sure that they're happy at all times. But then if I'm putting that towards someone who doesn't like that type of conversation, or they're like, real pushful, I see that he left a comment, then it's an issue. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't match up. He says, we require, oh, Lord, I got these glasses on, still can't see this. Does it say filth?
Yeah, that's what I said, filth.
We require filth. The conservative agenda is old school. Also, monogamy is not natural. It's what we practice for.
So you want to be a sister wife? You should have joined us 2 weeks ago.
You should have joined 2 conversations ago. Let me tell you something. Oh, let me do a poll on that really quick. Let me tell you. So I asked a married man, would he do a sister wife? He said, yeah. I asked 2 other women. They said, ain't no way I'm doing that. I ain't sharing my man. One of them was very clueless. It was like, oh, we supposed to, oh no, they supposed to sleep. Yeah. So
Okay.
so
So wait, before
so
you
you're
address that
okay. So
comment, go ahead and repeat
right.
the question again since we have new people.
Okay,
Like
so
females.
people that just joined, here's was the original question. Then I'm going to go back to your comment. The original question was, what do men want from a woman? Oh, why I keep doing that? What does men want from a woman? And then also, because we're just now getting ladies, I'm asking you as well, like, what are you willing to give a man? Like a true man. I'm not talking about no boy. I'm talking about a man. What are you
And
willing
not
to
no
bring to
fuck
the table
boy.
for a man? I don't know what she did. What she
I
say?
said, not no fuck boy. We not giving out
Oh
all
Lord.
boys.
Yeah. So what are you willing to bring to the table? What can you offer a man beside the physical? And then I'm going back. He said, so the conservative agenda is old school. So please let me know if I'm explaining this right. So you're basically saying like that whole, like, I'm gonna wait for the right man. We gonna do this and that, a third, like the whole 1+1+1, that type of like step-by-step thing. You're saying that like that's old school and that times has changed. And then also being with one person is not natural. So
Okay, London.
is he married? Is this the guy that you said is married?
He's married with
Okay.
2 sons. That's
So
what I asked.
okay, so what is your like? Okay, how do you think that a relationship is supposed to roll? Because I just told Audrey the same thing earlier. I'm like, you know what? Like with my situation, I am in a little situation. And what I was saying about my situation, I'm like, maybe I'm like legit thinking too deep into this. Like I'm still thinking about like the old school dating and how it's supposed to look like, at least what you're taught it's supposed to look like.
So you want to
And I'm like, maybe I'm just bugging. Like I honestly was like, maybe I'm just bugging and I'm just tripping out for no reason. Like maybe this is just like the way of the world now.
So old school is being courted, having him call you, setting up a date, opening the door, opening the car door, restaurant door, wherever, paying for it, walking to your door, kiss goodnight. I'm gonna call you, let you know I got home. We're gonna go on the second date, third date, like all that. You want to be courted, straight old school. None of this. Oh, text me when you outside, or text me like, let's make this, da 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 da.
Right. He said, "Listen, I'm married, and I'm just speaking from my perspective." Oh yes, trust me, we're not knocking your opinion.
No judgment.
We practice faithfulness and monogamy, but on the natural side of each human, we desire what we desire. Monogamy, is healthy though, and that's why most of us do it. It is, even though what's his name? Not Dr. Phil, but Dr. Oz did say it was healthy to date multiple people. That's like literally what he said. It didn't say sleep with multiple people, but he says healthy to date multiple people. But
is it healthy since it's our desire if I'm married, let me go date Brittany or Sean on the side. We're not sexing, but I'm just going on a date. That's healthy because it's our desire.
I mean, I guess he's saying like we're human. Like I think it's just almost like what I've said before. Like we're human, so you can't expect a man or a woman to be in a funnel. Like, oh, I don't see this girl. I don't see this guy. You see what I'm saying? Like I think you can't think that way. You just got to know. Like I feel like maybe guys. For me, I'm just like, let a guy get all that out of the way. Go sleep with Tasha, Tori, Thelma, whoever. Get all that out your system. And I feel like we put a lot of pressure on guys to, soon as y'all go, and I think that's why a lot of guys don't like to get to date, because it's like, or get married, because I feel like they feel like they're trapped, because it's like, okay, you're mine. I don't want you looking this way. I don't want you sniffing that way. I don't want you coughing that way. It's like a prison. It's like
guys don't like titles. They don't want to. That's why
I've talked to several different guys, and that's the reason why they don't want to date. They just want to have the same. I mean, it sounds selfish, but they want to have the same qualities in a girl as you were dating them, but they don't want the stress of having to explain everything that they're doing and why they're doing it, because we start being like, as we're friends, we're like, oh, you're about to go out, okay, have fun. And then once we're dating, it's like, who you about to go out with? Why you about to go out? You need to spend time. It changes.
So why buy
he says men and women,
when you can get the milk for free?
Right. Well, yeah, I guess men and women need more intersection than just physical. Most men and women barely have opposite sex friends because of the fear of unfaithfulness. I'm just speaking on mental. She said, yeah, can't kid yourself. Oh, everybody's okay. Y'all writing so fast, Jesus. He says,
I just think people are confused in the definition of what dating really is. Feelings get involved when people start to feel possessive. That I can agree. But
that's exactly what I just said.
If you set the boundaries in the beginning, like, hey, we're just dating, or I'm dating other people, that lets me know, like, okay, let me try not to get my feelings involved, because he's already dating 1, 2, and 3. He's just testing the waters out to see who he really want to be with. Like, y'all don't let people know up front that you have other options and you're just doing this. And then when a female catches feelings, it's like, oh, why does she catch feelings? Because you're doing everything I want a man to do, and you might be laying the pipe down
right. He says, I don't like it when it seems like they're trying to control me. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think, and I'm speaking for, let me say something. I have a bad habit sometimes of getting like kind of blurred in those lines, right? So I'm not saying like I'm sanctified with that. Like sometimes I do feel myself like but I can call it out. Like I'm just like, you know what, I'm doing too much, and I'll fall back. But I definitely understand that. He said, like, if I kick it with a woman just for the time and mental side of chilling, why is it that bad? Because I'm just married. So you're speaking on having a female friend. We've talked about that. You should have been with us. Oh, Lord. We've talked about having friends of the opposite sex. Follow my words, not your mind. If I never say you my girl, then you not my girl. Just because you feel like I'm doing that, I never said you my queen.
All right, let's back up to his other comment.
You about to make me cry. No.
Just _E. So what you're saying is, because you're married, you should be able to hang out, go bowling, or whatever have you with your homegirl. Is this like a group activity or just a one-on-one? I understand what you're saying. You should be able to have female friends. But what if your wife was like, oh, me and John, we going to the movie, we going to go kick it. I know dudes don't want to hear my wife is going to the movie with another nigga at the end of the day, even if they are just friends. Exactly.
Women think actions dictate the situation. Now, my words dictate what we are, not how I make you feel. This is some real guys. You are touching, let me tell you something. You are touching my spirit, honey, because I'm in a little situation right now. You are touching my spirit. Hold on, let me understand you. Let me understand you a little bit better. Women think action dictate the situation. Now, my words dictate what we are, not how I make you feel. Okay. So, oh, Lord, let me get a cigarette, an imaginary one. Women think action. Oh, I'm reading the same thing. It popped up again. Okay, so
that's why it was such a good comment.
Oh yes. Okay, so Mir, you said they do. What are you saying they do to? What he said? What just he said? Dang. So okay, so you like in your mind, you're like, okay, we're kicking it. Okay, well, I'm gonna exclude like the married part, which is important, but I'm excluding it. So as a friend, like you're like, okay, we kicking it. What if you're not married though, and you're kicking it with this friend, but you guys are going to movies. You guys are basically courting. Okay, she was responding to that. Okay, basically courting. In a sense, I guess in a typical sense, you're dating, you're sleeping together, you're talking on the phone all the time, seeing each other 5 times out the week. When you're doing that, then what? Like, is she still supposed to be like, oh, we're just friends, that's it? He said, just because we spend time hang, get it in, doesn't mean you my girl. I said we cool, then we cool. You feel like my girl, but I never said that. You can date me, but I'm still single, Ma. Ooh. Ooh. Jesus. I'm joking with all the extra stuff, but okay, so that's really good to know, because honestly, because us women, sometimes we do get caught up in the action, because some of us may be people that I know, Mary, wow. I'm just like, I'm joking, but there is some truth to that. No, let me tell you something. I'm laughing and I'm making all these faces because what you said, I've heard in a little bit different, but the same, straight to the pointness. I love it. She said, but that's having your cake and eat it too. I had a situation similar to that. I was spending almost every day with a female who we were sexually active, and even talked about the possibility of being together. But when I caught feelings, she started to pull away and make me seem like I was tripping. I like to be direct and clear. I don't like misunderstandings. That's him too. But okay, so going back to Ivory White, yeah, like it's so weird because it's good to hear from that standpoint, because usually we hear so much about the woman catching feelings. We don't really hear it from the guy catching feelings. So I do like appreciate your comment there. Like, that's so weird. And I think for me, like I've been in that experience. Like I'm gonna be, if I can be transparent, can I be transparent with y'all? Y'all my peoples now, this right? Let me be honest. Let me be a little open. I'm not gonna give you everything, but some of you guys do know my situation. But okay, so for example, for me, we catch feelings. We also play our positions better. Yeah, because men guard their feelings a lot. Let me tell you about an experience that I had. I signed up to be someone's friend. Like, no strict promises. Like, the only thing we ever like promised each other was to have a good time when we were around each other, have fun, whatever. So the whole hanging out and all that stuff, that became part of it, but it was nothing more. But honestly, as a year came by, things started to develop. I felt like it was a development between both of us, but maybe more so on my end. And it wasn't a physical thing. I just really saw that person for who they truly was. And like me, like I'm the person, like it could be, now this is just a exaggeration because I don't like no snakes, but I can see a snake and everybody else can be like, oh my God, run, it's a snake. Don't get near it. And somewhere I'm looking like, oh, he got a pretty smile. Like I'm the type that's trying to find some type of good. And most times there is good in people that I do see, but they're not willing to accept it. And I know you can't make a man be ready for something that he's not ready for. And I understand that. But I do feel like, you know, just like what you were going through, like I felt like once my feelings were out there, which was a big step for me, because if anybody know me, I'm like tough when it comes to that. And then I felt like he kind of pushed away. He ran away. We're still cool to this day. Like, that's going to always be my homie. But, you know, I just feel like sometimes it can get a little misleading. Like, I think it sometimes dictates on how that person, you know, what their experience is, what they've been through, to know, like, how they're going to take what you're giving them, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like if it's someone who's been open with you about their hurt, about what they've been through, what they want, and it's not lining up to what you want, like if you just want the physical and this person's looking for something deep, then maybe you shouldn't be treading that line of, oh, we're going to hang together, I'm going to call you baby, we're going to spend the night together, we're going to, like, don't play house if you're not really ready to play house, because some of us women are deep into that type, like we are nurturers, we know to build foundations. So that is really good to know that sometimes that's just not what it is. I'm gonna catch up really quick. And then Mary, like if I can get your like standpoint, like what can you bring, like as a woman, what can you bring to the table, like in a relationship, and how do you feel about these comments that we're reading? So I'm gonna catch up a little bit. I did read the communication is key when people have experiences, expectation that leads to disappointment. Absolutely. It's got to be a mutual understanding, because if she feel like getting into deeper feelings and I'm not, then we got to back off, vice versa, if I catch them. Very true. Now, would you want her to tell you, like, would you penalize her for telling you how she feels about you? Like, would you be like, oh crap, like she's starting to feel for me, run away quick? That was a question for you, Psychosocial. And also, just_E. I'm loving you fellas tonight. I know I'm talking fast because I want to get all y'all, like, this is so juicy for me. Ivory White, I'm going to slow down a little bit. In my situation, we both agreed to a friendship, but then we got around each other. Oh, we get around each other so that it starts to become more and more. I know that was my situation. I never came in the game like I'm going to change his mind. Like, I honestly was like a dude. I was like, yeah, like, bruh, we in that, we chilling. But the more time you spend and the more you see in a person, the more feelings develop. And I fought them for a very, very long time. I kept telling her, like, remember that? I was like, nah, I don't like him. I don't like him like that. I don't like him like that. And I was like, but I love him. It got real cloudy, real quick, like dead serious. Just E. I'm catching all the way up, Audrey, and I want your input too. In my situation, okay, I read that. Sorry. Misleading only happens when you want something. Oh, where did it go? When you want something based on how you feel, but your actions say one thing and your words say another. Oh my gosh. Audrey, talk to me, girl. Ain't it so much juice? I don't. Ooh, y'all make me sweat. I ain't sweated like this since our first topic.
You so stupid.
This is a lot. I mean, it's a lot to take in. I don't think, okay, so he said, are they real feelings or just comfort? Audrey, tell me if I'm wrong. I am not the type that's going to like I just talked to her about that today. I'm like, I'm the person who thinks so negative first, because in my mind, so much has happened in my life. I'm like, if I think negative first, I'll be prepared for the negative. Like, I'm not going to be in la-la land. So I never was the type who was like interested in any of that fairy tale type stuff. But I honestly was like, okay, maybe it's just lust. And then I'm like, dang, I have to kill this off, like, because that's not what it is. I've experienced lust before. I know what it is on both ends. I'm like, that's not what it is. I'm like, maybe she just asked me that today. She was like, maybe you're just comfortable with blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but no, like, I miss him when I'm with him. I miss him soon as we leave. Like, it's not like, oh, okay, I'm so used to chilling with him that now I miss him. Like, it'd be like legit, like, y'all don't even want to hear my little story. I probably cry like a little baby, but it's intense. Like, it's intense. It's not, I don't feel like it's an infatuation or anything like that. It's like literally intense, like almost like consuming, but on the healthy side, nothing crazy. So psychosocial said, nah, we'll sit down and have a real one-on-one about it, because I'll appreciate the fact she's actually honest with me about it. One You Love the Hate says, but if we start catching feelings, rules should be reevaluated based on how everyone is feeling. That way, everyone is on the same page. If one doesn't want the same thing, then it should end. Not keep putting yourself in something that can't happen. Agreed. You agree to that one, Audrey?
Yes.
Okay. People want their cake and eat it too, honestly. Look at that. That's what she said. No, because you say so. Oh, wait. No, because you say you know. Don't want a relationship, but do relationship things and be surprised when she catches feelings. Girl, I know. What, fellas, why do you do that? Why do y'all say, okay, so, oh, Lord, let me straighten my shirt up and everything.
You said, what does relationship things mean? Y'all, you courting me, you going out with me, you treat me like I'm your girlfriend or your wife or whatever. We doing relationship things.
It is healthy dialogue. This is therapeutic.
I'm your apartment. I'm cooking. I'm cleaning. Granted, that's something I want to do. You didn't necessarily have to ask me, but you're not stopping me either. That's what.
Let me tell you. Right. Let me tell you. Oh, this probably gonna put me in a doghouse, because he might not look at this, but his friends, his people might listen. Let me tell you. This is the situation. You don't want me to talk to anyone else and be all for you. Listen, exactly. Look, I'm so chill. Yes, I'm like, do you? Right. I'm like, do you go sleep with Paula, Susie, whatever? It ain't okay. Ain't okay. But me in my mind, I'm like, let me respect the game. Let me respect what I signed up for. Cool. Get it out your system. You go do all that. Get da-da-da-da. But here's the thing. I'm cooking for you. I'm buying for you. I'm washing your clothes that you probably been over there with Susie with. I'm cleaning your house. I'm there for you, and them chicks are not there for you. Right. That's a problem for me. Now you're taking, I'm not doing it for recognition. I'm not doing it to get one up in the game. I'm doing it because that's how I rock. When I rock with you and it's solid, that's how I rock with you. Like, there's nothing that you need to ask nobody else. You need to come to me. Like, you're not gonna be doing this. You're not gonna be. I'm your key person. I'm your player. Like, I'm your partner. But then it's like you get mad if I feel some type of way, because it's like, bruh, if I'm doing all these things for you and you eating it up, I'm doing all these things for you, then what's the problem? What's the problem?
Psychosocial says
Like,
that's what I'm
and
gonna
I ain't never pushed the situation. I've never tried to mold it into no relationship. Like, these are things he said, don't do it then. I don't do it no more. A little bit, but I don't do it no more. Like, I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm keep giving him relationship things, and we ain't in no relationship. But I think that's like his comfort thing. I think for him, like, he wants to have everything. He wants to have me as his woman.
So wait.
But him not as my man. You see what I'm saying?
So what the hell do I want to do as a girlfriend or a woman or whatever this new age or old age people say? Like, you just want to go out and fornicate? Like, what am I supposed to do as your woman if you don't want me cooking and cleaning for you? I guess that's only wifey duties. Like, what the fuck what do you want from me? Not necessarily me, but in general.
He said that was him in college. I mean, you dated me, I'm not dating you. Right. But most guys get comfortable. Exactly. Most guys do get comfortable. I'm not trying to bash it, y'all. I'm dead serious. Like, anybody who has been on this thing with us, no, I am not biased. I am so before I do this, I do want to read a comment because my daughter is trying to get her little phone. Yeah, girl, come on. A comment that was left to me from a friend, and then we're gonna clear it up for real because it done got juicy. But this is he says that as he gotten older, then this is in like our initial question, what do men want from a woman, this and that, third. He said as he's gotten older, all he wants from a woman is affection and love. He can't speak for everyone else, but he wants the fairy tale lifestyle. Now, when he was younger, it was all about smashing. That's my edited version. It was all about smashing. So, you know, for you guys, hopefully y'all don't see him. But for you guys, like, what, you know, has that, like, what has changed? Like, I'm still not exactly hearing what you guys want from a woman. Like, I just feel like I hear, like, you know, like these little situationships that seem like are the new age. Like, is that what it is? Like, is it not where no one wants to for real be in a relationship? They just want to be in situationships? Tell me. I really want to know. Like, she says, and then you got oh Lord, it just skipped. Damn it. Excuse me. Then you got to have backup and do not do those things just for one. What is your outlook on kicking it and dating? Is there a difference? Oh, y'all. When it's kicking it, don't expect, like, it should be okay with us not talking every day. It should be okay if I don't text you. Like, we are just literally, when I want to hang out, you're the person to call. That's not even on no physical level. Like, you're just you're the homie. When we're dating, then yeah, that, like, ain't no, if we kicking it, I don't need no pet names. Don't call me baby. Don't call me boo. Don't tell me you miss me. Don't tell me to come over. Don't tell me I don't need to be with you every day. I ain't sad every day. I ain't bored every day. So when I'm kicking it, it just need to be like, dang, like, oh man, this movie come out. Man, what you doing? Man, let go. We homies. But if we're dating, like, I feel like guys tend to mix the two a little bit. Go. Mix the two. Do men even want to get married these days? That's a good question. Fellas, can you guys answer that?
Oh, I see it.
Do men want to get married these days? I'm gonna slow down on reading the comments. There's so many comments, please.
I know. Let me catch up.
So if you guys can weigh in on that or anything that I said, just_E says I've been married 6 years. Congratulations. I'm an adult. My wife doesn't cook and clean for me. We share duties. Her quality isn't based on what she does for me. Is there with or without me? I just add. Hey, and I'm not saying that's my only qualities. Like, I think I'm a very cool person, baby.
I do like when how he put that, though. He just adds. It's not like
Yeah. And I don't think like it's
adding to what she can already contribute.
right. I don't think it's like a traditional Christiana. Sorry. I don't think it's like I'm not no traditional person where it's like like
Barefoot
I gotta
pregnant.
do everything, you gotta do everything. Like I'm such a tomboy. Like I honestly don't want no man holding the door for me. Like I don't want no man paying all the bills. Like I don't want those. Those are not things that I desire. If you do it, cool. Like kudos, but that's nothing I desire. Like I love to build. I Let me say something. I've spent $80 on Legos. I love to build. I love to see things like fruition. Like I want to see me and you start from the bottom, from our friendship, and go forward. Like, like the person who left that comment was like, it's not about how you start in relationships, it's how you end. So for me, if I'm talking to you as an adult, because we're talking about being grown, I'm 30. I don't got time to just be talking to people just to be talking to people.
Right.
I have, and it's not your fault that I'm 30. It's not your fault that I have children. But I'm saying whoever deals with me understand that I'm not in the business of playing games. I'm not in the business of 35, 40 years old. I still ain't got nothing to claim as mine, if that makes any sense. Like it's not an ownership, but I'm just saying I don't have to sit there and figure out if you're for me or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Derek says, so in other words, a majority of people want relationships with no commitment. When I tell you a lot of fellas that I've talked to, that has been their thing. They want everything, and this is not ragging on you fellas. Once again, I have to keep putting that. They want all of the qualities of what I think is a woman or their woman or a girlfriend, whatever. They want all of those qualities. They will feel insulted if that girl goes sleep with some other dude.
What the devil? Did we lose her? Did I lose someone? Oh, hell, guys. I'm unsure what just happened. Give me a second. Give us a second. We're having technical difficulties here. Y'all keep the conversation going. I have no idea. Let's see. I think we're going to have a guest. She kept pausing in the middle of right half, must lost connection. Gotcha. Thank you. Let me